Hey guys, so today I'm going to be looking at how someone ruined their life. So yeah, let's just get right into the video. My brother ran for public office without having an agenda. He had no leadership qualifications, background in position, or support from anyone in the community. He took out a $10,000 personal loan to finance his political run and held one fundraiser where most of the attendees were family and couldn't vote for him. He lost badly, coming in last behind 4 other candidates. It took him years to pay back the loan and refill his savings, which he completely drained to pay for signage and flyers. Saddest of all, the printer misspelled his name on both items, so any remnant is a harsh reminder of how badly things went. Why? I'm just so confused. Like, why would someone do this when they have no idea what they're doing? It doesn't make sense. My uncle got himself a mistress, lent her $10,000 he never got back, and lost his job defending her at work. His wife served him divorce papers shortly afterwards. He gave up his house to his wife, so he ended up jobless and homeless, sleeping on our couch at the ripe age of 60. Wow. Yeah, what's the point of having a mistress when you're like so old, dude? That's something that I don't understand is when, people just be so old and they just, want a mistress. Like, come on, you're old. Just do good stuff with your life, man. Come on. My uncle got himself a mistress at 70. Put all the assets in her name and then filed for divorce. Claimed he had nothing. My aunt had to go back to work at 67. Yo, that's messed up. The 19-year-old mistress ran off with all the money and was never found. She had a super common name as well and was from another country. We got the news via a Christmas card. Wow, he deserved it then. Seriously. 70-year-old with the freaking 19-year-old. You're crazy. There must be something wrong with him then. Like, it doesn't make sense for a 70-year-old to be like, with a 19-year-old. Like, what the frick do you guys have in common, yo? One's about to go in nursing home and one's about to go to uni. Like, you guys have nothing in common. Oh my gosh. The poor aunt, seriously. Single mother of 3 living in poverty. Gave her parents her $6,000 tax refund to hold on to because she didn't want her abusive ex to convince her to split it with him. Parents spent it all in weeks. What kind of parents are these? Trashy parents. Wow, they're worse than her abusive ex. Have kids under the hope they'll fix their marriage. Children are not accessories. I agree. They're not accessories, okay? They're not something that you can just pop out and be like, fix my marriage. Nah. You idiots having kids trying to fix marriages. Funny, because I feel like when you do have children, it makes the marriage harder. And the people here trying to have kids to fix marriages, no, that's not how it works. It's not going to fix your marriage. It's going to make it harder, okay? There's more to deal with now. Obviously, it's going to be harder. Being passive and just letting everything happen to him. He wasn't sure if he wanted kids or not, but his girlfriend did. So they had sex without condoms. She got pregnant with twins. He looks absolutely miserable. Similar things happens to him involving housing. His family convinced him to put the parents' mortgage in his name. Things got messy. Don't just let things happen to you. Oh my gosh, he just doesn't have a brain. I'm sorry. Come on now. He just can't. He just doesn't know how to think for himself, I feel like. Come on. You only have this one life that you're living. At least try to make the best out of it, pretty much. Don't let others use your life. This girl who rented out my parents' basement was not great at making smart life choices. She married someone who is serving life in prison for murder. She met him through her cousin who was also in prison. She eventually got a huge chest tattoo of his last name and more tattoos of his name all over her body. He ended up being transferred to the east coast of Canada. She lived in the west coast, and she up and abandoned her 2 kids to be close to her husband. One of her kids is severely handicapped, but she never cared about being a parent to her. She posts all over her socials that they broke up, and she quickly tried getting the chest tattoo covered up. 2 weeks later, she announced they worked it out and they were together again. They kept doing this pattern of fight, break up, make up, and repeat. Again, she had 2 daughters she up and abandoned for a man who will most likely never get out of prison. Wait, huh? What the heck? There's no point staying with someone who's just gonna spend their life in prison. I just wish the mom put her kids first. Like, your husband's gonna spend life in prison. Like, What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do about that? He's gonna die in there. He's not gonna be able to like take your kids out. He's not gonna be able to be a dad to them. There's no point having your hopes for someone like this. It's just a toxic cycle. My friend chose to have a child with a man who had cheated on her multiple times while still in high school. Are some people dumb? Okay, I guess their minds are just not there, huh? Like, why would you have a kid with a man who cheated on you? Like, I wouldn't even do that if he cheated on me once, but multiple times. Come on now. I'm confuzzled, dude. If that was my friend, I would not even let them meet ever again after he cheated on her. Even if they were like, no, I forgive him. No, you do not. Like, seriously, if it's not going through her head, then I'll go to him. I'll go to him and I'll be like, get your butt out of here, you know? My sister owned a home with her husband and first child. Her father-in-law convinced them that if they sold their house and became live-in caretakers for some old relative of his, that he would leave his supposedly nice house in Austin to them. They'd get to live rent-free at this house and would be theirs outright when he dies, and they'll be set. So they sell their house, move to Austin where they don't have jobs, and move in with this guy. And it's absolute chaos. Guy is constantly doing inappropriate old guy stuff, telling them what they can and cannot do in the house and when they can come and go. It's a freaking nightmare. They end up leaving the house and getting their own place. They also eventually moved to another state for a few years and came back. They've never been able to buy another house since housing prices have gone way up and they didn't have enough equity on the other house that they sold. So they've been bouncing from apartment to apartment ever since. Wow. That sucks. The fact that they had everything at first and then it just all went downhill because the father-in-law was dumb. Must be my disabled brother who fell for an internet scam. He met a woman online. She lived in a different continent, but he was certain she was the love of his life. Spent over a year chatting and emailing her, and helping her with money from time to time. Very fishy stuff, but he refused to listen to my skepticism. It ended when he had saved up enough money to go visit her. He went and came back 2 days later and refused to ever admit what had happened. Went to his grave without ever talking about it. Oh. So he did get scammed, obviously. Oh my gosh, man. That's so sad when people are just blind in love and they just can't see straight. They just can't see at all, pretty much. He met a woman online, lived in a different continent, and she asks for money. If that ain't the most obvious scam. Yo. Anyone who loves you, they will not ask for your money if they have never ever met you before, okay? Just don't give anyone your money if you've never met them before, okay? A buddy that lived with me for a while got a car he couldn't afford because he was obsessed with image. Tried to part out the car and report as stolen since he had the bright idea that would bring more money than just giving it back to the bank. Then got into check fraud, which landed him in jail. Been in and out of the system ever since, from stories I hear. Yo. So once they just become like that, it just stays like that, you know? Watched our friend make £1.2 million from a crypto coin of a £2,000 investment and holding it all the way down to £50,000 over a month time while rage gambling the last 50k on a casino. What's wrong with you? Just on gambling? Come on now. What in the world? Are you dumb? What in the dumb is this? Come on, this hurts me. That actually hurts me. That's a lot of money, dude. Oh my god, makes me so mad. If only he just used that on better things, you know? Let go of a girl close to their wedding because of his idea of what a wife should be like. Lives in deep regret now as she married his friend and they're really happy whilst he has never found anyone else. What? He had such a great girl and then he just was like, a wife should be like this. A wife should cook, do this and do this and do this and do this. But you don't do one of that, so you're not my definition of a wife, so bye. Yo, this man just doesn't know how to like compromise or anything, man. Seriously, he let her go and then his friend just found his love. Good stuff. He deserved it. Karma. Well, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Tell me in the comments down below what your thoughts are. And as always, thanks for watching. Hope you guys liked it and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.